Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Agnanatimirandhasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I welcome everyone for today's Rajavidya Rajaguhya Yoga session. Today we are discussing the 33rd shloka of the 9th chapter, and tomorrow is the 34th shloka and the last day. Yesterday we discussed the 32nd shloka where Krishna said that bhakti doesn't require any prerequisites, any material qualifications. Even people from sinful background also, even people who are considered little low from a material perspective, those who are not very wealthy, those who are not very educated, those who are not very scholarly, or even those who are coming from demonic species also can become objects of Krishna's mercy if they take bhakti seriously, if they take shelter of devotees nicely. Yesterday we discussed this topic elaborately. Now, if people who are having some material disqualifications or who do not have material qualifications, if they can take shelter of Krishna nicely, what to speak of those who are already having some purity in their conduct, in their habits, in their discipline, in their knowledge, in their understanding? They can easily take shelter of Krishna. It becomes very easy for them to connect with the Lord. So that's what Krishna says in this shloka. It's like a continuation of the previous shloka. Krishna says, Kim punar brahmana punya bhakta rajarshayas anityam sukham lokam imam prapya bhajasvamam. Kim punar brahmana punya bhakta rajarshayas anityam sukham lokam imam prapya bhajasvamam. Kim punar brahmana punya. What to speak of brahmanas? Brahmanas are generally considered pure compared to the other varnas, but it's not necessarily true always, right? But brahmanas are supposed to be in mode of goodness. Brahmanas are supposed to have cleanliness. They are supposed to have knowledge, wisdom, detachment, right? If they already have all these qualifications, a qualified Brahmana can easily take to bhakti. That's the point, right? So if people who are coming from sinful backgrounds can take to bhakti very easily, can take shelter of Krishna very easily, what to speak of those who are coming from Brahmanical background, those who have Brahmanical qualities? So when you say Brahmana, it's not just the birth of being a Brahmana, it's the quality of being a Brahmana, right? So those who take birth in a Brahmana family, but they don't have the qualities of Shama, Dhamma, Tapa, Shaucham, Santosha, Arjavam, then they are not qualified Brahmanas, they are called Brahma Bandhus. Brahmavada means they are relatives of Brahmanas or they are so-called Brahmanas, right? But who is real Brahmana? One who has mind control, one who has sense control, one who has simplicity. Simplicity in terms of thinking, simplicity in terms of lifestyle, simplicity in terms of dealings with people. What is simplicity? Simplicity is not stupidity. Simplicity is not foolishness. Simplicity is not to be murkha. Simplicity or arjavam or saralata means being very straightforward. No duplicity, no dishonesty. Being very straightforward, simple hearted, and no cheating propensity, uh, no hypocrisy, no duplicity, no diplomacy. Simplicity is basically being very plain and transparent and straightforward and not attempting to cheat anyone or deceive anyone or just impress upon others that I'm so great. That is simplicity. These are various qualities of Brahmanas. So if you already have all those qualities, you can definitely take shelter of Krishna, right? Kim punaha brahmana punya. If those are coming from papa background, papa means sinful background, they can take shelter of Krishna. What to speak of those who have punya background, right? Ultimately, papa punya both are material only. Papa is material sin. Punya is material piety. Both are material only. We are not supposed to do papa karma or punya karma. We are not supposed to accumulate papa or punya. We are supposed to accumulate bhakti. Bhakti is beyond papa and punya. But in between this papa and punya, punya is great. Papa is low, right? If those who are coming from pap, those who are coming from sinful background can also take shelter of Krishna, what to speak of those who are coming from pious background? That's the point that Krishna is conveying, right? It's not that he's highlighting punya here. So kim punar brahmana punya bhakta rajarshayas. Bhakta means those who have devotion. They're like undoubtedly they are objects of Krishna's grace. And Rajarshis, important point. Raja means king. Rishi means saint. Rajarshi means a saintly king or a king who is as good as a saint. Like we have so many kings in the universal spiritual history. Ambarish Maharaj, Yudhishthir Maharaj, Bharat Maharaj, and Nabhi Maharaj, Rishabhadev Maharaj. Rishabhadev, of course, is an incarnation of the Lord. And we have Parikshit Maharaj. We have Dhruva Maharaj, Prithu Maharaj. There are so many Maharajas. There are so many kings. They are as good as saints. Their knowledge is like that of a saint. Their disposition, their quality, their thought process is like that of a saint. Although they are kings amidst royal comforts, they have so many ministers and soldiers under him, so many servants and maid servants are serving them, but still they are as good as detached saints and knowledgeable saints, wise saints. They are called Rajarshis. So if sinful people or people who are coming from little materially low status, if they can take shelter of Krishna, what to speak of pious Brahmanas and devotees and Rajarshis, saintly kings, right? And but if you are a king and if you are a proud king, then you will not get Krishna's mercy. If you are a Brahmana only, but not a devotee Brahmana, again will not get Krishna's mercy. Prahlad Maharaj says, he says, Vipra Dvishadguna Yutat Aravindanabha Padaravinda Swapacham Varishtham Manye Tadarpita Mano Vachane Hitartha Pranam Punati Sakulam Natu Bhorimanaha. You can go to 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th chapter, I think 10th sloka. Very beautiful. He says, Vipra Dvishadguna Yutat Aravindanabha. Vipra means a Brahmana. A Brahmana is qualified with 12 qualifications. What are the 12 qualifications? Many are there. Sense control, mind control, simplicity, detachment, knowledge, ability to perform sacrifices, this and that, chanting mantras, understanding of Vedas, etc. So people may have a lot of Brahmanical qualifications, but if they don't have bhakti, then they are not dear to Krishna. And in comparison to such non-devotee Brahmanas, a Chandala, an outcast, or someone who is born in the family of dog eaters, he is much superior if he has bhakti. I'm not saying this. Prahlad Maharaj is saying this. He says, Viprad Vishadguna Yutat Aravindanabha Padaravinda Vimukhat Swapacham Varishtham. Padaravinda Vimukha means one who is averse to the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord Krishna. If somebody who is born in a nice Brahmana family and also has qualifications of a Brahmana, external qualifications of a Brahmana, but if he is not inclined to take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet, such a person is inferior to a Swapacha. Swapacha means a dog eater. Swapacham Varishtham. A dog eater becomes superior if he takes shelter of Krishna. Swapacham Varishtham. Manye tadarpita bano vachane hitartha. Manye, our Prahalad is saying that I consider that mano vachana ihitartha, by mind, by body, by words, if he takes shelter of Krishna nicely, such a dog eater also can be considered superior to this person, superior to a qualified Brahmana, right? And not just superior to qualified Brahmana, Pranam punati sakulam natu bhurimanaha. Such a person who is born in dog eater's family, by taking shelter of Bhakti, Krishna, he can purify himself, he can purify his entire family and dynasty. On the other hand, that Brahmana who may have certain Brahmanical external qualifications, but he doesn't have Bhakti unto Krishna, Bhakti unto Vishnu, such a person cannot purify himself. What to speak of family? So, in short, Prahlad Maharaj says that uh, Bhakti is more important, not some external qualifications. Uh, so, now, Rajarshis, same thing. Somebody may be king, they have a power and weapons, they may have military arts. By the way, we are not minimizing the importance of these arts. The Brahmana has mode of goodness and he has very good qualities, sense control, mind control, etc. We respect all of them. And we, in fact, as devotees also, we need to cultivate them, no doubt. But only having these external qualities of sense control, mind control, detachment, cleanliness is not sufficient. Add bhakti, add Vishnu bhakti, add Krishna bhakti. That's what we are emphasizing. We are not minimizing the importance of these qualities. They're important. Coming to mode of goodness is important, but don't remain in mode of goodness, because mode of goodness is also material. We need to come to Shuddha Sattva, not normal Sattva. Normal Sattva is mode of goodness. But transcendental mode of goodness is Shuddha Sattva, where that is not material, it is spiritual. So this mode of goodness is like the runway. And from that runway, only flight can take off to the transcendental plane. Right? So coming to mode of goodness is important, but don't remain in mode of goodness. If the flight is moving on in the runway only, not even taking off, what's the point? Right? Going to runway is important, very much required. But from there you should take off, right? Similarly, we should overcome the lower modes of Rajogun and Tamogun and come to Sattvagun. But don't remain in Sattvagun. Go beyond Sattvagun. Go to Shuddha Sattva. Go to pure spiritual plane, right? So that's about Brahmanas and even Kshatriyas, Rajarshis. They may have saintly disposition, detachment, etc., but they should add devotion also. Ideally, a saint is a devotee. But sometimes they may have saintly qualities of simplicity, this and that, but they may not have devotion to the Lord. So add devotion, that's the point. But if you are a nice Brahmana, you are a nice qualified saintly king, and if you also have bhakti, then anityam asukham lokam imam prapya bhajasvamam. You will give up this anityam temporary world, asukham miserable world, and prapya bhajasvamam, you will attain me by worshipping me, right? So after having attained this temporary miserable material world, by performing loving service unto me, bhajasvaman, you will reach me, right? So you will definitely attain me. So Krishna says, irrespective of your background, if you have devotion unto me, you can attain me. That's the subject matter of the last sloka and this sloka. Amongst these people in this material world, some are like pure, they're in Sattvaguna like Brahmanas and Rajarshis. And some may come from like some low backgrounds externally, but it doesn't matter. Your background doesn't matter. What you are doing now, your bhakti, that matters to Krishna. That's the essence of this shloka. Tomorrow we'll meet and discuss the last shloka of this chapter, 34th shloka. Very beautiful shloka. That's considered the essence of the essence of the essence of the essence of all scriptures. How is it so? We'll discuss tomorrow. Manmana bhavamad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Krishna says bhakti can be nicely, simply summarized in just these 4 points. Just do these 4 things. Manmana bhavamad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. You will attain me. That's the subject matter of tomorrow's discussion, which will be the last shloka of our Rajavidya Rajaguhya yoga series. Thank you very much for being with the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita for 33 days. We have one more day to go. Thank you very much. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.